everyone. My name is Sarah Blazier, and I'm the Digital Communications Specialist for the City of Westfield. We'll go ahead and get started this afternoon, so thank you so much for being here. We just ask that you hold your questions, as Mayor Cook will be addressing those at the end. And there will be a chance for one-on-one interviews directly following the news conference. So without further ado, Mayor Andy Cook.
All right. Sarah, thank you. Thank you all for being here this afternoon in Westfield, Indiana. I'm here to address why I vetoed our council's recent action on passing an ordinance putting in place term limits. 2 weeks ago, that ordinance was passed, and at last night's council meeting, the council overrode my veto of the previous week. I have not issued a veto in my years here serving as mayor of the city of Westfield. So it was another first for the city. The debate regarding term limits has gone on in this country for a long, long time. It continues today. Many people would say there is a place for term limits. I think a lot of the argument seems to come, where should term limits apply? Federal level, state level, local level. And some people would say that at the local level, term limits are in place every 4 years. The citizens re-elect or elect new council, new mayors. And at the local level, we not only fortunately are close to the people, we get things done that people can see and touch and feel. And likewise, our constituents can see us and talk to us at almost any time, unlike higher level offices. So there's a lot of sentiment that local government, as close to the people as it is, term limits are exhibited every 4 years based on how well we plug the potholes and plow the snow. So let me be clear that the reason that I elected to veto was not based on the merits of term limits. It was solely based on the legality of such. In researching this, I sought the opinion of not only our city legal staff at Taft Law, who, in their opinion, it is not the purview of a local government to set term limits for local government. Also had an opinion given to us by a Mr. Brad King, who is the co-chairman of the Indiana Election Division, and his opinion was the purview of setting term limits at local government is purely at the discretion of the state legislature. When I took this office some years ago, I took an oath of office, and that oath said that I would uphold the Constitution of the state of Indiana. And it is for that reason that I have vetoed this ordinance. Any questions?
Does the veto have anything to do with any potential plans for running for another term as mayor?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
I have not even made that decision yet. And
Okay.
yes, and it, as I understand it, it would take place beginning with the January 1st, 24 terms.
Do you have any idea when you might make that decision?
I do not.
Okay.
So a lot of the discussion's been around like lawsuits. In this case, where would lawsuits come from? Would they come from candidates who disagree with it? Would it come from residents who don't think that, like you said, like every 4 years, that they don't think that their preferred candidates are gonna have a chance to run?
I think it could come from a lot of different angles. It could come from the state government. It could come from our citizens. I think, you know, one of the arguments that our citizens recognize is having the continuity at the mayor and council level of years of office. For example, the mayor of Charleston, South Carolina, was in office, I believe, for nearly 40 years, and it took him that long to turn the decaying city of Charleston from a big problem to one of the best cultural and historical districts on the Atlantic coast. Just south of us, you all know my fellow mayor Jim Brainerd, and I believe if you asked him, he would tell you that he kind of doubt that he could have accomplished what he has in making Carmel, with its arts and design and its Palladium and its downtown. It has become obviously a mecca, one of the leading suburban cities in all of America. And I would imagine he would say that he probably couldn't have gotten that done in 8 years. And for me personally, I can tell you that Grand Junction Plaza and Grand Park took at least 12 years of continuity from conception, planning, bidding, and construction to complete. So the legalities could come from a lot of different angles. And there we incur more and more legal expenses, which has been a debate in front of our council of late also. Yes.
Did you know, like, how soon you anticipate any type of legal action?
I would have no idea. No.
Would you at any point take legal action regarding the term limits ordinance?
Would
you at any point take legal action regarding the term limits ordinance?
Would I?
Mhm.
No. Please.
When you've talked to the Indiana Election Division, what is their main reason for thinking that's a bad idea?
Purely based on Indiana home rule,
Okay.
which says local governments have the power granted to them only by the state legislature. Very good. Please.
So beyond this, what's your next step?
As far as the term limits, right now, it's in effect. It will go into effect January 1st, 2024.
So you don't plan to go after or fight this, seek any other support, maybe from the State House?
I will let that take its course. If nothing else, I want to thank you for being here, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our news conference for this afternoon. As stated before, if you want a one-on-one interview with Mayor Cook, that will be made available to you. Thank you so much.